Alright, so it has been a while since I've done some resin art. So I don't know, I randomly felt this inspiration to do some resin stuff. Um, I used to vend my artwork a lot and sell in person. So I would make resin creations and then sell them. And I kind of feel the motivation to kind of get back into that a little bit. Um, After taking a break for a while, it's something that I really loved. So I went to the art store and I got some resin supplies. I already had a lot of existing supplies since I used to do it a lot. But I just needed like more resins and different stuff like that. Some new things that I'm gonna try, which I have a couple of those new things here next to me. So that's a little sneak peek. Um, but yeah, today or in this video, and you might see me in the same outfit in another video because I'm recording two intros right now for two separate videos. But so in this video, we're doing a resin tray, which I used to do a lot of those, and then some cute resin mushroom earrings. So yeah, let's get into it. This is the clear cast epoxy resin that I got. So I am using epoxy today. I'm not using UV. And this is the epoxy that hardens within 24 hours. It comes in two parts, and it is not deep fill. So yeah, this is just what I'm used to crafting with, or I mean, pretty much the only resin that I have crafted with. Here is the little mushroom silicone mold that I'm going to be using for the earrings that I'm going to make. And this is the glitter that I'm going to use. So it's kind of like a white holographic glitter. And then for the tray that I'm going to make today, here's the mold. It's just like a little trinket tray mold. I have a few of these. And then I'm going to do this kind of chunky green glitter and also have alcohol ink for coloring that I think I'm going to use on the mushroom earrings. So if you don't know much about epoxy resin, it comes in two parts, the resin and then the hardener. So you have to mix equal parts of both of those. So that's what I'm doing here. It is kind of like you have to be pretty careful to be exact, because that's how resin fails happen. If you don't put enough hardener or you don't have equal amounts, your resin will never cure and it will be sticky and tacky or bendy, and we don't want that. So, anyway, I'm adding the glitter and I'm going to start on the mushroom earrings first. So, I'm giving you guys a closer look. I love using popsicle sticks for this. I feel like it's such a essential tool. And then also I realized these mushrooms are super small. So I went and got some toothpicks to help me settle the resin down into the mold and also pop any air bubbles that might get in there. I really liked this mushroom mold whenever I found it because the mushrooms already have the little like hole for adding a jewelry fixing onto them. So I don't have to drill into the resin, which I used to have to do, and I have to do with some of my other molds. So that'll be really convenient when I turn them into earrings. Now, I cannot be trusted with glitter because I literally just go crazy with glitter and just pour a bunch. I do not think twice before pouring glitter. But anyway, isn't this glitter so cute? Green is my absolute favorite color if you haven't noticed yet. So this is just
gorgeous to me, and I'm so excited to see the final product. So I am just getting the last bit of resin out of this cup, and then I'm gonna spread it around and make sure that it's all even and that there are no air bubbles in this, and that it's all fitted in the edge of the mold and everything. I did end up having to do another layer of this. Um, so I didn't record that part, but you'll see it's much thicker than this and more solid with the glitter later on. So here is a closer look at everything that I just did. So I don't know how these mushrooms are going to turn out, but I'm excited. And then I also, so while that's curing, because I have to wait till the next day to pull them out of the mold, I am also preparing the decal that I'm going to put on the tray. So I'm just measuring the tray to kind of determine how big I want the decal. And then I'm using just black vinyl and placing that on my Cricut mat and then loading it into my Cricut. I'm using the Cricut Explore Air 2 and I love it. It's been perfect for me as long as I've had it, which has been at least 3 years now, and it's amazing. But yeah, here's a speedy video of the Cricut going. It's always so fun to watch. And then the decal is lips, like dripping lips, holding a joint. And this is my least favorite part of the process, but it's also very satisfying. So you kind of just see the decal come together as I'm taking off the bits that the Cricut cut. And then here is a closer look at the decal. So I think, and the size is like perfect. And I think it's going to look really good on the finished tray. Okay, so it's the next day. I demolded the tray and it is gorgeous as expected. So now I just need to place the decals, and I felt like the lips just in the center didn't fill the space like I wanted it to. So I cut out some smoke decals to add on each side of the lips. I just think that fills the space way better, and it also just adds more detail to the tray. And I'm glad I did. It was a good choice because it ends up looking really cool with it all together. I am definitely excited to do more trays like this. This was one of my favorite things, honestly, that I used to make. So I'm happy to be getting back into that too. And I can do all different colors and a bunch of different designs. Like, my imagination is kind of the limit here. So there really is no limit on what I can make with this. But here's how it ended up looking. I think it looks badass. And then I added my logo on the back. So now all that's left to do is add the resin top coat to seal in the vinyl. And yeah, I'll just set that aside, let that dry. Here are the earrings. So these mushrooms ended up turning out blue. I don't think I put enough alcohol ink in there, so it lightened. So that's a lesson for next time. But now all that's left to do with these is to place the fixings. So the little jump ring and then the earring hook to turn them into earrings. So, same with the trays. I have so many possibilities to make different earrings. So, I'm definitely going to be making a lot more videos on the different earrings and stuff that I'm making, and also turning these little resin things into pendants for necklaces as well. I hope you enjoyed watching me create. Bye.